taking a moment to listen to the birds and the trees, and really reflecting on this moment. My name is Larry Spotted Crow Mann of the Nipmuc tribe, and I'm here with my son Inoki, representing the ancestors, and that they're not forgotten. I'm a culture educator, writer. I do a lot of work with Native youth throughout the state. Most of my work is around drug and alcohol prevention. My writing has taken me around the world, and really had the gift of traveling to many parts of the country, sharing the story of my ancestors. I've been a historian for about 25 years now, and I've learned quite a bit. But sadly, there's still so much we don't know because of the atrocities, because of the ethnic cleansing. And so my work has been a lifelong work since the age of 21, and I'm 52 now, and it continues on. About 3 or 4 years ago on my website, I get quite a few emails from various sources and requests to come talk and so on. And I got this email from this person, and started asking me questions, which I get frequently, as I said, and asking about the term Indian Head and Indian Head Road. And I said, well, during colonial times, one of the things that the colonial militia would do in the army would cut off Indian heads, and they would stick them on poles at the side of roads as a reminder and a warning to any other Indians come by, hey, you better not get out of line and so on. So it was a threat, and eventually some of those roads became Indian Head Road, such as Western Mass. You have places like Indian Leap, where the chief Minichog and his people were cornered at the edge of the Chicopee River, and they had nowhere else to go but to jump into the river off that cliff in Chicopee, which is now named Indian Leap. So we get a lot of names like this across the state and throughout the country of these kind of very morbid and kind of dark names that are named after people that people kind of forget about. And so I kind of explained that to her in short detail, and didn't really think much more about it, but she really took it a step further. You know, she was really bothered by that, and we began chatting a little bit more about it. And then I was at a powwow one day, and this little young girl walks up to me at the table like who is this? And she says, I'm Elana. I said, oh, hey, what's up? All right. And she's telling me about the progress that she made with the town and so on. And so I was really excited to hear that, you know, about the work that she's done, and I'm able to do this. And as I said, I can't say enough how moved I am by what she's done. This is prophetic. You know, this is really a big deal. I speak to universities, I speak to kindergartens, I talk a lot about diversity and about the change that we're on. As I said, I'm 52 years old. When I was my son's age, I dealt with a lot of discrimination. And so whenever time I go to a university and speak, I say, this is, wow, what a phenomenon. And so in my mom's time, that was unheard of. And in my grandpa's time, he would be arrested for even sticking his head out the door. And that's the kind of thing, that brutality that we've gone through. And as I was telling the mayor, we're on the right side of the curve now. Massachusetts is really doing a lot of things. There's legislation now to have Indigenous Peoples Day. There's legislation to change the flag, to get that sword off the top of that Indian's head. There's legislation to get education, the big thing that I'm about, throughout the state as far as in terms of learning Native people's history, where we have this lack of understanding across the board of Indigenous people. And Elena's now part of that, part of this movement. She's done something that educators, philosophers, religious groups, politicians have not done. You know, it's an incredible power that she's manifest to bring you all here, to bring me here and my son, and it's a big thing. And you know, speaking on behalf of my ancestors, this is really powerful. As I said, people who are shackled up and having their heads bestowed on corners of roads are now here telling you, no, we are still here. Our lives didn't matter. We did have a way of life that was important and valuable to all of us today. The sustainability, as she spoke about, is good for everybody. You know, and as I said, Elana has now become part of this, part of history. You know, this is really a big deal, kid.
Yes, it is.
And I hope that we'll stay in touch. And you know, my son here, he's a little bit older than you, and you young folks. As I say, when the young folks talk to me in college, what can we do? I said, just keep on making things change. Keep on working to what you're doing. I said, today you're sitting in a classroom with people of all different colors. You're able to express, you can marry from different cultures. You know, my mom's time, that was illegal. You could express your gender rights. This is all new, which people kind of don't really wrap their minds around that. You young folks are experiencing something that we did in our time. So we got to keep that momentum going. You know, we get disturbed about the past, but I think we're on that curve now, back to what's right and back what's good for all humanity, all human beings. And so, again, I can't thank Elana enough, and as you can see, as an educator, I like to speak, but I'll cut it short. Again, I'm really honored by what you did. I'm humbled, because you did something for my grandpas and grandpas, you know, and you're part of that voice now. And so with that, I'll offer this song in honor of everybody here.
Thank you very, very much, Larry. That was wonderful.
Thank you.
Wonderful.